Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'm going to be replacing one of the dash speakers in my brand new, to me, 2021 Yukon. I bought this truck a few days ago, and after I got it home, I was listening to a phone call, and there was a little bit of crackling coming from this front right speaker. I actually have already opened it up and done this and checked it because I wanted to get the part number. This truck has Bose, so say what you want about Bose, but they're not the best speakers. But I just want to replace it and put another Bose speaker back up there. It's a relatively easy process, but I didn't see any videos about it online, so I figured I'd document it. In order to get access to the speaker, we need to remove this trim panel here with the handle. That allows us to take off the grill for the speaker, and that lets us get to the two screws on the speaker. To get the handle off, there's two little cover plates here and here. Use a little tiny screwdriver and gently pry up the plastic, just like that. And that reveals two 10mm bolts. These bolts are really long, so I'm just going to loosen them by hand, then I'm going to get my ratchet. And then once you have those two bolts removed, there's just a clip up here, and then it slides in down here. So you need to pop it out of the clip up at the top here, like so, and then pry it out of the grill down at the bottom here, and you can release it from where it's sitting. Next, we can remove the grill. It is very stiff to get out, so using a stiff trim removal tool, start like over here and work your way around and pop the clips up. And remove the grill. That reveals the two 7mm screws on top of the speaker. I've already gotten these loosened from the other day. You might need to use a little ratchet to loosen them. Now the speaker's loose, you can lift it up out of there, release the locking tab on the connector, press the tab with a small screwdriver. There we go. So now I have a new speaker, an identical part number. This is the Bose Tweeter 84019237. I'll post a link to where I got this below. Just slide it in, make sure it clicks, locking tab, and then feed it down into place again, and then tighten up your screws. Now we can replace the grill. I just did a quick sound test to make sure it worked, and it does. So now you can replace the grill by just popping it back into place and pushing out all the clips. Just like that. Then you can get your trim piece for the A-pillar and put it back into place. First, start by putting this side down into the grill. There's a little slot for this piece to slide into. Then carefully work your trim back over and down so that it lines up with the slots in the door, or in the pillar rather. Then put your two 10mm bolts back in, tighten them up. You may need to work the weather stripping on the outside here along the door back over the trim piece so that it covers up correctly. It's not very hard. You just sort of have to work the gasket a little bit. Then you're going to take these two little pieces for the trim on the bolts, find their correct spot, and then pop them back into place. So as luck would have it, my wife said she heard this dash speaker crackling this morning when she was driving. I had a sneaking suspicion, so when I ordered that one, I got two, so in case this one went bad, I would have a spare. Now this side's a little different because there's no grab handle, so there's no bolts to take out. We're just going to pull back this piece of trim, and then we should be able to slide it out from the grill. Once you get it free from that clip that's holding it in place, there is a tether here that is holding it from falling off. So we need to just take this little bolt off the tether, and then we can get the rest of this off. So that tether has to be lifted up and out of its location here on this plastic piece. There's the hole. But now we should be able to just pop this loose from the grill and get to that speaker grill. Piece of cake. So again, using a trim removal tool, start at one end and pop the clips loose on the grill. And then you can get to that speaker. And there's just 2 screws holding that speaker in place like the other one. Once you get those 2 screws out, same connection with the locking tab on the underside, squeeze type connector, and replace that with the new speaker. I don't know what is it with these Bose speakers. They're supposed to be the premium speakers for these trucks. Oh, there's the reason. Got the new speaker in on this side. Now we can put the grill back in. Just line up the tabs and pop it into place. A-pillar trim, and there's a slot right here in the grill that has a space for this nub, just like the other side. So we're going to drop that into place. Then we can tilt the trim back up. But first, reattach your tether on the top here with the screw and the 7mm. So there's what that's going to look like, the tether back installed. Then you can push this back into place, lining up the holes on the sheet metal back there and the clips. You may also need to adjust the weather stripping so that it overlaps. You can see sort of the line here where it overlaps. So when you get it back in place, you can pull the weather stripping back and get it lined up. And now that speaker's replaced. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Love it if you subscribed. Stay tuned for new videos. We'll see you next time. Later.